A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Welcome to Padoman and welcome to Professor Anis Ahmad.
Thank you.
The Dean of the Faculty of Islamic Revealed Knowledge, International Islamic University. Professor Anis Ahmad, can you please reflect upon the concept of meditation in Islam?
Thank you very much. You used the word reflect. I'm glad you didn't say go into meditation. Meditation is a term which is used in a number of world religions in different forms. You will find that there is hardly a religion which does not suggest a form of meditation. Similarly, there is hardly a psychological treatment which does not end up in one or the other kind of meditation. I would say that even the core of biofeedback goes back to meditation, where you have to concentrate, you have to release some of the pressures and charges through this biofeedback system, which is essentially a psychological process. Meditation usually plays the role of providing a kind of relaxation into a spiritual existence. Therefore, you find many world religions suggesting that one should close his eyes, close doors of perception, block everything, sometimes physically, sometimes intellectually, sometimes biologically. Therefore, in some religions, you find presence of certain juices that have to be taken before you enter a specific meditation. In Islam, because of its extreme closeness to human nature, because of its rejection of nihilism, there is a positive approach of meditation. And that approach precisely is symbolized in the system of ibadat. You will find that the term prayer in Christianity, in Judaism, in Hinduism, in Buddhism, in Zoroastrianism, in a number of other religions, refers to a kind of meditation. Therefore, when prayer is made, often people close their eyes and go into a deep presence which gives them a feeling of encounter, which gives them a feeling of interaction with some spiritual existence, and ultimately they come out with a new vigor, a new strength, their iman or whatever belief they have revitalized and charged. That's how meditation has played a functional role in many religions. With reference to salat or prayer, we find that when someone enters salat, it's neither entering a yoga posture nor entering a trance where you cut yourself away from the whole society, but it is a conscious, or what we call in psychology, a kind of auto-suggestion that now I am entering a new relationship, and this is relationship of whispering my acceptance of Allah's authority, my love, concern, obedience for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I whisper in prayer, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are greatest. I need help from you. Guide me. I talk to Him. And in this process, all those tensions, all those frustrations, all those disappointments which I had when I was in society gradually change when I say, you are the only one who can guide me. You are the only one who can help me. You are the only one who can protect me from becoming misguided, from Dallin. I want to be away from them. In every single statement, if it is said consciously, awareingly, there is a systematic process of getting rid of frustrations and getting more and more conviction in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and going back with a complete recharged iman. This is not a meditation in the traditional sense. Traditional meditation requires that I cut down myself from surroundings and for a while forget where I am. It is a kind of self-negation, nibbana. It's a kind of entering into a state of nirvana. It's a kind of enlightenment moment which I want to catch by way of entering in this specific situation. Now, all these aspects which exist in many religious traditions cannot be compared with this conscious participatory aspect of meditation, quote unquote. Therefore, it's not justified to use meditation in the traditional sense with reference to prayer. It is neither blocking your senses nor cutting you off from society, but you are part of the ummah, lined up one with the other. When you are talking consciously. The Quran says, if you don't know what you are saying in prayer, don't pray. Go and make fresh wudu, get back to your senses, and then you make your prayer. Not that it's a matter of formality, mechanical activity, magical activity, but it's a matter of conscious participatory activity. Therefore, meditation is, as understood commonly, is different than the method suggested by Islam. We achieve the same objective, which is achieved by cutting down oneself from society, but through a conscious participatory process in which, through this conscious participation, all those frustrations are completely cancelled. So the Islamic position is very interesting, not only for prayer, but we find same approach for fasting. Now you find that fasting, for example, in many traditions is a kind of self-negation. Therefore, the slimmer you are, the less amount you take, the higher in spirituality. Islam does not say that. Islam takes again a participatory approach, conscious approach, that you abstain from doing things consciously, otherwise your staying hungry and thirsty is not needed. So the Quran and Hadith tell us that fasting is conscious, not mechanical. Now coming back to meditation, I think there are definitely Quranic ayat, there are definitely ahadiths where we find certain wordings which provide an enormous feeling of peace, an enormous feeling of rapport with nature, with fellow human beings, with the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and using of these azkar, as we call them, or wordings, statements, chanting of certain Quranic verses, definitely brings those results which are achieved by meditation in many other traditions. Again, when we are chanting or using certain words, the emphasis is on the meaning. Like you find in the Malaysian culture, it is a part of culture that families get together and they recite some adhkar, some beautiful names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if those names are chanted and recited without understanding what does that mean, then it is not a conscious participatory process. Islamic approach is of conscious participatory. Therefore, meditation is not a negative withdrawal, but it is a matter of involvement. the more we involve ourselves, the more we develop a confidence that all these shocks and problems which I had in society are just trivial, very insignificant. The real thing is that it's only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is going to help me, protect me, and this conviction in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala works as the buffer, works as the shock absorber, works as that agent which brings back all vitality, energy in me. And I get rid of frustrations, tensions, tiredness, without use of tranquilizers, without use of psychedelic medicine, without use of all those methods which have been applied in contemporary Western culture. Therefore, Islamic approach to relax, to relate ourselves, needs to be taken more seriously by those who think that typical meditations are the salvation for humanity.
Thank you. So what you're saying is it is participation and interaction and absorption. Thank you very much. With this, today our program comes to an end. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.